Could not access stream. Facebook, start.
Yep.
And I'll start all, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. And we're live over here and we go live down here. Okay, I'm here. Bye. Thank you very much to my husband who's always there to help me. Now I'm just giving it 2 seconds to connect in Facebook. It's New Year's Eve today in Australia. So for those that are not Australian and don't know it, and those who are Australian know that we're going out for New Year's Eve. So I thought I'd pop in early and show you a card I made for my little grandson. So we've just got a new catalogue coming out on January 7th, I think it is. And we're not allowed to show you what it is, so there you go, you can't see. Now, when you buy anything there for 100, you get something out of the thing. So what I'm going to show you what I got the masks, and I got the dinosaurs. Look at this, little cute dinosaurs. Now, I think some of you might have seen my Christmas, my table things I made. So I made them in dinosaurs and that for everybody else, and your knife and fork, you know, went in here and whatever on a tablecloth. So I made the little grandson because they arrived just before Christmas, and so I made him one with dinosaurs. Isn't that cute? For his little knife and fork. So I thought, his birthday soon, so I thought let's make him a card because they've just arrived, and because you get 100, you get that money off. What did I get for free? I'm just going to have a quick look. I got some stamps. I think I got this DSP for free, and I got that for free. So for every 100 you spent, so you can see I bought myself a lot of Christmas presents, I got these for free. So I thought that was good. So anyway, that is available on the 7th, but right now let's get onto this card. So we've got the stamps and the dies. It's quite warm in here actually. I'm going to show you this really cute card. So there's my funny. I haven't written it out. If you want the instructions, I will do them. But we're leaving in 2 hours, and I've got a PAV going, and I've got a lot of things going. So I thought I'd say hello. No makeup, no nothing. I've got my happy shirt on. It says Happy New Year. So let's get cracking on this. So this is the card on the outside. Looks a bit boring, but wait. Isn't that cute? So we've used these masks on here. We put a little bit on the inside here, and then the front we've done it over. See how you can see the mask? And I've even used one of the masks in the sand to make it look like dirt. So let's get moving. I also picked my colour scheme from my, what's this called? Oh, something. It tells you what colours go with. So I picked Pretty Peacock for my card, and it said that I could use Lost Lagoon, Summer Splash, Coastal Cabana or Pool Party. And I didn't use any. I used the colours in here, but they're different. So no, I looked at it. I'm a hopeless girl. So these were the masks I used for that, and this is the mask I used for the stamping here. So let's just get out our information, what we need. Okay, so we have a fair bit of little bits and pieces here. So from our cardstock, which is your normal standard cardstock, I am going to take a 8 1/4, 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. I don't think I've cut the new one out ready for you. I've cut some pieces. 5 1/2 and that's our main card. So up the middle, and you use the rest of that for the other stuff. So at 4 point, it's 8 1/4, so 4 point there, 4 point and 1/8. You're going to score. Okay, now often if you put it in there, both together, you can see you get a nice thing, and then just to seal it as you cut it, you do a bone folder. That's our first piece. Now, I'm just going to check on the pieces I've already cut to make it a little bit easier. Oh, this was, I was showing you the dark. I was going to use a lighter colour. That's why I had the wheel out. I knew I had it for a reason. I used the Lost Lagoon, trying to see if that would be a match, but I didn't think so. You can hardly see it. So I stuck with the same colour as the front, but because it's not rubbed as hard, it's not too... So I left that out to show you, obviously to show myself why I didn't do it. Okay, so these pieces, well, we've got an envelope, and that. Now we've got a piece of white card. So here, let me see, I've left that out to show you. So let's do all of this in the Pretty Peacock. So Pretty Peacock's 5.5. So then we've got a 4 by 5, a 4" by 5, and we're going to score that. So down with your blade, out of the road. We are only using the light one. Don't be like me, I did it that time. So I think we're going to 1 inch. Measure twice, never measure once. So we've got 3. Oh, that's the next one. 4 by 5. What are we doing here? 4 by 5. We are going to score at 1, 2, and 3. Don't know why that's 4 by 5 and 3/8. 4 by 5. I've got that going up there. So score 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now I think I've... Why is that? Let me have a look at this. I've 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was only 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ah. I think did it the wrong way. Let's do that again. So 4 inches is here. So we need, that's 4. How big's our card? See, I think that that's done that wrong. 4 is the width of the card. So we had 5.5 by 4 1/8, 4 by 5, and 3 small. So if that was 4 by 5, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to have a look at that again because that should be scored at 4. Right, you know what? It's just as well you go in, and that's why I was totally right, but my brain wasn't working. So it was to hold the other piece down. Alright, so we've got that. Now we have to have these inside pieces here to go on here. Now, the original card I saw was by Connie Stewart 2 years ago, and she did long ones, but I only did short because I didn't want them to get caught up and not to come all the way to the card. So I have changed my size to, I'm going to lay it flat so I can see. I've got 2.5 by 2 3/4. So 2.5 by 2 3/4. So let's go 2 3/4. And then we've got 2.5. That's too big. 2.5 by 2.5 by 1 3/4. 2.5 by 1 3/4. And we need 3 of those. Boy, you'd think I was a jumble today, wouldn't you? I haven't even had a drink. It's funny, isn't it? Really bad. I had a girl call in for my card last week, which was really nice, and she got that. So if the first person that comments on YouTube, if you live in Australia, well, she was in America, but it's easier if it's in Australia, I'll send it to you. And so we also have, if that was 2.5, 2 3/4, we go to 2.5 for our inside white. So I had previously made them, and as I said, I cut them down, so I'm just taking them down and I'm putting all 3 on and cutting them, and they will all go on here once I've stamped them. So we've got those and those already. Now we have, and they put a long piece of, white, but we didn't use it. So our inside card, which is the little piece that's going just down here, okay, that is this one, and that is 3 by 5 1/4. All right. So now we're just going to do a little bit of, we're going to do some brushing with our stencils. So I'll just put that to the side for a second. So we need the card front. We're going to stencil. We're going to do the card back. So I'll just pop that up there. All right. And we're going to do, put that out of the road, and we're going to do a little bit on the front, and we will be stamping our little people. So I am first of all going to do this. So this is our card front, and we're doing the whole thing with the stencil, okay? And that's the stencil for the brown, not the white. The good thing about these stencils are, so line you up in your squares on your mat, or if you haven't got that, you've probably got paper, and then just make sure you're all the way around. You can see a shadow. I don't know if you can see that shadow on there. So just bring it up so it's all around. Now you could put a bit of sellotape just to hold it down. Okay, and we're going to use a brush that I have with all my stuff out here ready. And oh, hello Jenny, how are you, darling? I'm just getting in early before it starts. Did you see the card? Do you like that? Look, Jenny. Oh, you had 12 minutes. That's the card we're doing. I don't know if you saw the start. Alright, so with our stamp pads, so we are using the Lost Lagoon. I thought I went to the other one. I'm sure I went to the other one, but I pulled it out. Now if you go around the outside, because often when we stamp straight in the middle, so get a bit of extra stuff here and just go around the top of that, okay? I'm taking it from the side so that we use it up. Okay, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Jenny, I hope you and your family are doing well, especially when you've celebrated your beautiful birthday. I hope you're going to do something for tonight. That's why I'm sneaking on now. Alright, so just take that off, and there's our top. Now what I've done in here, I'm going to leave that here, and we're only going to do half of that. So when I put my box in, see this, that's going to go there and come down to there. So if you put it in your middle, can you see that? I only want to do it to there. Okay, we're just going to do it down to about there. So I'm going to stick that under to about, actually, you know what I might do is to about there. Okay, and so I'm going to do that, just a little bit of extra on the inside. So these are fun because you actually can clean them really easily as well. Alright, so that's done and that's done. So what we want is on this one, we only want just on the outside, and as you can see, it's not going to do right to the top, but when I'm finished I'll show you what I do. And now I'm going to bring it right down, match the last one, see the last cross there, and that will just fill that end in, and that will give us that. And we're going to do the same with our envelope. So over there you can see the crease of your envelope there. I'm going to put the crease in, and I'm going to just put my head in front of the thing for a minute to get that crease proper. And again, here we go. The card I saw that Connie had made didn't have this on it. This is my little spring on things, because I like, it looks like a little cave or something, doesn't it? Now again, I'm just going to spring that up, right up to there, and then match those. Make sure you've got them all matched so you can't see the white. Can you see that? And we'll just finish off the bottom ones. And there we have it. We have our lovely backed card. People put DSP on, and that's fantastic, but we've just done that. Alright, let me just put those away for you. I'll pop that out. Now, this is, we didn't use this on the other one, so the easy thing with this to clean up is just to use your wipes and just give it a wash, and look at that, it comes off nicely. And I'll just take that off the bench and give that a clean. Keep that for a minute because I'm going to just use the other one. Keep that sticky. Oh, come off the wrong way. And I'll put that away. And I'm going to get my special drying cloth. So it's behind my back, isn't that cool? And we're just going to do mask the other one. Pop that in the bin. Oh, it's getting a bit warm in here. So for the base, I've only cut a piece that is just over 4 3/4, so that this will sit under the front here. Oh, that's too big. Obviously, I hasn't cut it. So I need to cut it to 4 inches. My trimmer. I'm going to cut this off at 4. Might turn that upside down because I've already cut mountains on there. And that is the other side of my other one. So I don't think I want it as long as that, to be honest. I think if you look at this card, I've done it a bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is just do my mountains again. So all I did for the mountains was I just, about there, I just went up and down. And that's, isn't that just a piece of card? 4 inches by about 1.5. And now I'm going to pop that under here. And I'm going to make sure it's on a straight line again. And this time I used wild wheat. And my other brush. And again, around the outside, clean up, get up that ink that you can't get normally. And I'm just going to put that in there. Just give out a little definition to our ground for our little dinosaurs. Done, easy. Right, wet one. Pop that out. Okay, put that in the bin. And then you don't have to worry about cleaning up. I mean, it's quite simple to do a bit of brushing, blending, they would call it, blending. And I am going to put this on, and he's only going to get glued down because when we add the other stuff, so what I'm going to do is put that on now, just get a few things out of the way as we go. This is such a cute card. I really like it. I mean, I love making cards, but I also love them when I make them for someone special. So this is for a little fella. Alright, now I have used, and I don't know if this is out of date, but you can use anything you want. This is the shiny blue, which I've made the balloons out of. And I've used sticks. Now I do have to do a little bit of drawing and stamping, so let's get on to that now, because I am going to do it as fast as I can for you. So I need to get my stamps and my stamp pad and some stamp blocks. You can get these blocks in a whole container full of all of them. I've got it. And then you don't have to worry about individually buying them all. Well, while I've got those out, what I did was did a little blending on there, on each of these. We'll just pull back our green and just put just a little like this on it, as in the background to it. So we've got a little of the Lost Lagoon, a bit of wild wheat. Just, we'll see what happens. And now we're going to stamp onto this one. I know why I had that extra card out now, because I need to stamp some of my animals for you. So, where did I put it? That's the, I've got to stamp something here. So let me clean this mess up. So sorry, folks. Alright, so over here, we have already got one dinosaur cut out ready and drawn. So we need to do 2 of the rhinoceroses and dinosaur. I had actually planned to have them cut out and ready. Isn't that funny? Alright, so 2 rhinoceroses, and we're going to use some leftover card there. And let's grab, who have we got first? Mr. Dinosaur. And we need a bigger block, so that's the good thing about having so many blocks. So I'm just using Memento, and we're going to do him here. Now there's all dies for this, so that's the good thing. Look, if you didn't want to buy the dies, and which often I don't do if I don't need to have that many, you can I'm just putting a bit of water onto my ink pad cleaner because it's my chamois. I actually brought a new chamois too. Now where did I put it? So I had to buy a new chamois, so I thought I might show you. Have a laugh at this, will you? Honestly, you will laugh. This is a brand new chamois, and it's number 147042. And what you do is you, at the moment, this is my chamois I keep washing. It has been washed for a year or two, maybe 2. Isn't that disgraceful? I'm going to just drop that on the floor for a minute. So you put it in a card case, put your new chamois in, put some water on it. Whoop, not on your work. I'll just get that off my work, I'm sorry. Lucky it didn't go everywhere. Alright, I'm just going to shut that for a minute. Contain that water in there. Alright, so it's all in there, not too much. And my first clean. Where is the block I just had? Oh my giddy aunt, there it is over there. So I'm just going to clean it. So that's its first clean. And it's still a little bit of black, that's it. But it will get like the other one after a while. So our second stamp we're going to use is our rhinoceros. I'm going to put him on the other side because that one's a bit small. That one's bigger. And I'm going to same here. And these are pretty easy to do. So we've got one rhinoceros there. Twist him a little bit because we're going to cut him out anyway. And there's 2 rhinoceroses. And again, clean him and put him back where he belongs, and him where he belongs. Always do that or you'll lose them. I've definitely lost a few stamps. And here we've got this little stamp and it says raw. Okay, this is what it says in here. Raw means, and then you've got some different sayings which I like. So this is going on the inside card and it's going right smack in the middle. I'm going to line that up for you to see where I've done it. And so that is going right smack in the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is put a little bit more water in there while it's just sitting. I'll let it move around and get that completely wet. Alright, and so in the middle of raw, I put, if I'm right, I love you. His little fella's going to love that. He loves me. Well, we had someone view, but they didn't say hello. Please say hello on YouTube if you come on. And in here, and actually, you know what I did do? So I have to just clean that off. I think the reason they put it there is so you can use a different colour and it stands out a bit more, makes it a bit special. And so I'm just going to do some of the Lost Lagoon. Raw means I love you. Is that cute or not? Alright. Now, what have we got next to stamp? Everything's stamped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going on top of here, so I'll do that now. Oh, I know what I've got just as well. We stopped right there. First of all, I've got little green. I could use, where's my little tiny one? So here is the grass. Isn't that tiny? And so just onto the corner of that, I just need to tap it. And one of my grass go on the outside here. Alright, get another one. And the other bottom one, I have 2 on that side. And on this one, I have 1 there. But I'm going to put 2. Just got 2 little grassies. The first one, I'm going to put a little grassy up here because I wanted to put more in, but because I stamped it on after I'd made the card, I didn't get enough room because I couldn't push it across to get. Alright, let's get out of here. Got that all done. So I think that's all my stamping done, guys. So unfortunately we do have a little bit of colouring in, but lucky for you, I have done my dinosaur. Now with the dinosaur, I used, get rid of that, clean up a little bit, guys, with that one. So I can put that in now. And that gets one more thing off my table in front of me. Can you see it coming together, looking really nicer? So one of these gifts are to whoever answers, wants this, who gets me. You can have that. All right. So I will now glue these since I've got my glue out. And I have to give it a little flick because it's starting to run out. Okay. And one here. Can you see what we're doing, guys? We're building. It's a very hot day. I've been doing my garden because we moved into the new house. We don't have a big garden patch, so I've outside my laundry there's a path coming down. So what I've done is, now this one belonged on the one with here, so I'll put this on at the same time, and he sits with his tail a little bit out. That's what I did in the other one. So we don't do him all. He's got his tail a little bit out, and he has enough glue there. He's there, and just under his neck, so I haven't glued it too far. Alright, and we'll just leave him standing till we got the other two done. So very quickly we have to do these two, so I'm sorry. So my dinosaur was done using the blends Berry Burst Dark. Where is he? Dinosaur Berry Burst Dark and Petulia Pop Light. So that was two of them. Now I have a few over here that I'm going to use. So with my dinosaur, I have done him in Wild Wheat Dark. Have I done him in dark or light? I think I did him in light. Let me have a look. We'll see how light he comes out, okay? Yeah, I did him in light. I thought I did. Got to go with your instinct when you do this, and I'm going to do him in the big one because I can get round a bit faster. So forgive me for colouring in on your watch, but it is worth it, this one. It won't take me a sec. Yeah, so I've planted all my garden, but because it's been so sunny today and bright, and it is in the light, and I made my husband make a wall hanging one as well for me. So we've got, you will laugh, I went out and brought 2 boxes from Aldi. They're metal boxes, not full boxes, they're just the outsides, and you have to put them together. So I put them all together, and then he decided the footpath wasn't as wide and he didn't want that. So him and I then went into the garage and we cut them all back, the tin. He was saying, oh, my wife, she just goes off on her own and buys tangent and I've got to fix it. But we had a good time. We were out in the garage together doing that. The kids were doing their own thing. And so I'm using here now dark peacock. Dark peacock. God, I'm a goose. Pecan pie. So it started with a P and I just assumed. And I'm just doing these little dots and everything. I'm just going to give his eyes a bit of a thing on that and his nose. And okay. Now, so what I was saying before on the dies, you could actually, if you don't want to buy the dies, just get the stamp set to this, because you can just give his little fingers and toes. You can cut these out quite fast by hand if you don't want to bother with the dyes. There's some good dyes, because I did the these little clouds and other things, so I didn't have to actually. I could have done the wild wheat over there and just topped it up so it was heavy. Okay, so that's one quickly, and then our next guy, he's in Summer Splash. I want the light Summer Splash. Put it away. I don't want those two, put those away. We need the Lost Lagoon light. Alright, so just bear with me, and let's get this now. We've got the thing. I'm just going to go right over those, because actually I did this in Lost Lagoon, and I just look at it now and see I did the other one in, I think, Summer Splash. It's brighter. I don't know if I can go over it in Summer Splash. I'll show you in this one. Yeah, I did do Summer Splash, so we're just going to stick with one Summer Splash in light. Turn it up the other way. My goodness. Alright. And we're just going to go all the way around. So we're going to darken that in a minute. His little head. And then around. And around. So, as I was saying with my garden wall, so it's really sunny right now, and so I just went over and I I made him bring out, I got a sheet because he wasn't listening to me. I said, you've got to put something to block it. It's making the poor silver beet I put in is wiltering. And I've washed, put stuff out and washed it and all of that, but it was all wiltering. So then I made him, so he came out with some black. Every time I say that, he doesn't want to do it. And then when he comes out, he does it. He does it really well. He's a good boy. So we now have my little garden bed in. I put broccoli. No, I didn't put broccoli, I'm lying. I put zucchini, cucumbers, because we make our own dog food, we're silly. So, there you go, look, we've done that. And I obviously did use on his nose and horns. I'm just going to do this. Okay. I think on the other one I forgot to do it all in, so. And what I'm going to do is his little feet. So I have a nice garden coming. I've got herbs hanging on the wall. And I've got, what else? I've got parsley, oregano. I missed a little bit there, look at that. Alright, now, let's get that darker one and just go and give that a little bit of definition around there. So you can do anything with these blends, they're really easy, and I just redo that so you can get an outline on his nose. And you darken where they do the little lines and it looks better. What else have we got? Parsley, oregano, spring onions. No, we haven't. We've got chives. I like chives. I've got silver beet, beetroot. I like beetroot. I'm just doing all these lines, see? Just to make him stand out a bit. There you go, gives him a little definition. And we'll do the same with dark here. Just bring that out a bit more. Alright, so now we just got to cut them out. I'm going to grab my boss. Now, actually, you know what, folks? I know some of you are listening, some of you aren't. I'm going to quickly put them on the dinosaurs. I'm going to quickly put them on my machine and cut them out so you can look at my messy room behind. So there was the balloons and there's the clouds. I'm doing one little egg cup inside and we've got 2 of those. So give me 2 seconds while I run away from you. I could turn you onto my camera, but you don't need to see. I'm still talking. Anyway, we have a lovely garden. We have a pavlova in the oven ready. Should be cool soon to cream. Once I do that, we'll get dressed instead of being in my rough house. Can you see me anymore? Oh, right, 2 are done. And I'll just get the other 2 done. So hold your horses. Here I go. Gee, I didn't line up that very well. Might get better on the next one. I'm coming. So I have a big boss and I have a little boss and I have my electric one, which I find is easier on my and I want one little, here I am one little eggshell. That's what I'm going to get. See, make a little egg cup for him. Right, so I'm throwing that right through now. I hope you've all got parties organised for tonight. Those who live in Australia, it's tonight. I think America's tomorrow, or maybe you're already in it. Right, 1. Always make sure you get your dies in your hand, in your hot little hand, because you don't want to lose them. Alright. Everything's cut. Here we come. There you go. How's that? There's all my dies. Put those away before I lose them. Alright, I have gone over a little bit because this was a bit more of a card. Sorry about that, folks. I haven't bored you senseless. And in my haste to be talking and not feel embarrassed about being away from you, I have overshadowed that one a little bit. Now with this one, again, I just put, I did put a few stamps. So I'm just going to colour him a little bit with that, and I'm going to grab back my little tiny, where is he? Leaf? Not a leaf. I thought I had this all done, guys. Stamped and stamped, and just over down by the ground, he's in a bit of grass. There's the egg, just in case you're looking for the egg. Can't have a dinosaur without an egg. Bloody big egg, I'd say. And put that back on there. Alright, let's put it together, guys. Come and see what this looks like. So on here, we're going to take our piece that we've already cut. We're going to put it together. And then we're going to squish it down. And we're going to squish it down so it sets. We're going to glue that together. Okay. Right, we have a square. Now this is going to sit in here and it's going to go down. So now we have to squish it again and put that right in the middle of there. So you can see your, I don't know if you can see it, see you've got a line down the middle from your first crease. Line that up with your centre of your card. And we're going to glue that on either side here. Alright, now I'm going to just make sure that that heavy piece is on the bottom there. Now again, look for here's your square. So, there you go. Okay, gonna just give that a minute. Open it up, see what you got there. Now we're going to close that and just give it a little burnish to make sure it sits down when it's closed. Okay, and then in here we'll do the same on either sides to make sure that's flatter. Now see how much flatter that is, but the problem is it is going to, when it opens, it is going to be quite thick, because now we're going to put all our little dinosaurs on. So we have our little eggy, which goes over, and I've used wild wheat and put some little marks on the egg, like he's a dinosaur's egg. In my world, he's a dinosaur egg, okay? Well, that's just going over on the side. Not really much more going there because we've got to add all these. So on each of these, this is our middle one, and our top one was this one. So he is going to have a rhinoceros. Okay, and I'm just going to trim a bit of that white off for him because silly me, not very professional, would you say? I'd say I try. God loves a trier. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. So he is going to go just there. Alright, and he is just going to go right here on there. And we're just gluing him on. So just remember when you do this, measure how much. So he's only going to glue from in between his head here, and we just need that much because he will stay there. Alright, so there's him, 1, 2, and number 3 is our little dino, and he's going to lose his feet. I don't know, I should have thought of that before I did that, because I'm just going to glue him there. His head comes to the top, okay, and a little bit here. So we only want his head to his belly, really. Sorry about that. Because we have to cut our card and he's down on the end here. So you can just, oh, he's fitting quite well, make sure. Alright, let's have a look what we've got. Okay, so first goes our dino. Now, what we can do is put him right to the top. Alright, so he's going to go to the top, push him down. You don't want him that far. Hold him and have a look. So we only want, and I'm just going to do it on here. Alright, so I'm going to get ready, put him in, and he can go up just a scatter there. Right, now I just, because I did move him, I just got a little glue. We don't want that, so I'm just going to get my wet wipe and give that little bit of glue. See here? We don't want that. So if he's down, he's there. Now when he opens up, there he is there. Okay? Now next, we'll just line them up. So he's going to go here, and his feet, we have to make sure his feet's there. Alright, so he's going to go there, and then Chi, we'll show you in a minute. I'll put him on next, and I'm just going to do it on there, and we're going to put him to where his feet go there, and I'm just going to check that. Hold him right down to the bottom so you can't see that. Alright, and we're going to cut off his feet. If you have a look at the other side, you can see where his feet's sticking out. Just cut them off. Poor Dino, can't walk. Must be a male. Alright, now we do it to the other side. And our dino is going to go right smack in the middle. So he's got to go up a bit. Or down a bit. You've got a 2-second window in this with this glue. wants to go right to the end of the card. Right. I want him right to the end of the card. Alright. That's where he's got to be. So just push him up till you can't see him. Hold him for a moment. Now this guy probably could have come up a little bit more, but let's see. Alright, so when we turn him over, ooh, what have I done wrong? Yeah, he's here. So fold it down again, and he just moves into here. And hopefully his... Oh no, he might. Let's have a look. On that side, just give it a sec to... What I'm going to do, because I'm feeling a little bit too much, I'm just going to take that down the slightest bit. And if you make this card, please measure yourself out like I have, but put the top one up, right up to the top. I was sucked in by his ears. Alright, so I'm going to lay that flat, and he's just going to go, or she is going to go there. So she's right in the middle, so she can open and shut. Just give that a sec, and when she shuts, she's done. Oh, what a relief, hey? What a relief. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright. Now, that's fine. That has worked totally. Look, guys. Oh! And that's fine. So you can't see. Why is he gone a little bit up? I think I have to cut his little white bit off. That's good. You don't miss his thing. Alright, so last bit is the front. So we're going to have our dinosaur. We've got a couple of clouds here. I've got a bit of string. What twine. Alright, where's the other end of it? Oh, this has been a long time, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay, so I want 1, 2, and 3 pieces of twine, and cut all those the same. On our dino, I am going to use dimensionals. Going to use big dimensionals, not little ones. Are they babies? Oh, look, a new pack. How's that? This has been a long one. Normally I'm far more advanced, but this is a cute one. So I'm just going to break into that. Give him some... Alright. Now on the middle one near his hand, we're going to attach these bits of string. Alright. So we'll take those off. And he's going to go there. Now on the back of the balloons we're going to attach string as well. Much easier if you use your pick tool. So 1, 2 and 3, because it's his birthday. So the first one's the longest one. That's just going to go up to here. And that will catch that. Now I'm just going to cut these, and one just a bit on the longer side. Okay. And our next balloon is going to come up here. And so we just grab the string, it's there. And our third balloon, well, every card comes out a bit different than you planned, isn't it? And there's our third one. So that's so easy. Alright, we've got a couple of little clouds. Because it must be a cloudy day somewhere. It's not here. It's a very hot summery day. And another cloud over here. this looking cute? Eh? What do you reckon, folks? Tell me yes or no. And we've got another Dino. More dots. And we are coming to an end, my dears. Thank you for putting up with me for so long. All about my gardening, my amazing husband, and I can't share him because he's too good. And I'm just going to slip. Look at that white, aren't I? This is teaching you what not to do. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be worried. If people watch you, they watch you. If they don't, they don't. You can't make them. Okay? And that's his friend. Well, we might have to come down a little bit lower because those balloons are in his way. Alright, now we're just going to one last thing is, where's my happy birthday? There it is. And you always have scraps of paper lying around, so use them up. And, oh, some of them Timu wants me. Well, I don't want you, so sorry. And happy birthday. And we're going to do that. Alright. Okay, so with this one, I'm just cutting it down and putting it along the bottom. Oh, sometimes I think I'm not straight enough, and that's perfect today. And we are done. If you need a hand with anything, give me a buzz. Otherwise, enjoy this card. And look at it. Look, 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 look. Oh. And there's what we did today. So yes, it's a little bit of work, but it's so much fun. And they have envelopes to match. How's that? Can't do it on the fly. I have to have everything ready. And if you want the instructions, in the beginning I showed you a sheet that says it all. Oh, there's a cloud that I'll keep for something. I keep all my, anything I die cut and don't use, I keep, and I give it in a bag to the kinder at the end of the year. Okay, folks, have a great New Year's Eve today, and one person can have this card that hasn't commented before. We will see you. I have done all right, I think. What did I do? We will see you next week, hopefully. So we're going to say...